Good morning. It's Monday. I'm Lady T, and you're watching Life with Lady T. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It is MLK Day. Yes, a celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King. We want to get out, go to the parades, the celebrations, the picnics, the musicals, the concerts, everything that's going to be going on today. You know, it's all out there. Go on one of those Eventbrite uh, apps or websites and find out what's happening in your community. There is just a bunch of things going on. So let's just remember the day, this peaceful day, this peaceful man that did so much for our country as far as getting civil rights in the forefront and in the news and just the highlight on it back in the 60s. This man was great. His work continues, and we must continue to fight. So let's just enjoy this day and remember Dr. Martin Luther King. Let me just get it out. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I enjoyed it. I actually spent a lot of time. I did a bonfire this weekend. It was so wonderful. I don't know if you saw my pictures on YouTube, but friends of my daughter, they set up a wonderful tent and pillows. It was cold outside, but we had our fire going. We even had a portable heater by the lake, and it was just a wonderful, peaceful time. We listened to a lot of different music from different countries, different rap. It was come first. Just an amazing time. Saturday, we actually went to a concert. It was amazing. Some of the footage is also on TikTok, on my TikTok, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So please check out my channel to see this amazing violinist that was there. It was just a great, great time. Did arts and crafts on Sunday, did church, it was just an amazing, amazing weekend. I hope yours was just as good, but let's just get down into some serious talk. So let's get to it. Okay, my next subject today is going to be on men and women. Men and women, as we know, are, of course, different. But are we really that different? Yes, I've been watching a lot of shows like Pop the Balloon. I've been listening to my rap music, as I told you earlier, and I've just been listening to friends as well and family. And men and women have some very opposite opinion of each other. If you observe conversations around you, or even if you just ask somebody, what do you think about the male species or the female species? What do you think? You're going to get a lot of different perspectives of what each other think about each other or whatever. But what I've been learning is that, at least lately, from what my gathering of information, is that women are becoming more submissive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm looking at a lot of women here lately. We want to not be back in the 1950s, but some of those traits or things that were going on in the 1950s as far as a woman's role, a lot of women are looking to have that in their relationships now. They want 100% financial supporter. Um, want they want to be able to have their man as a leader. Um, they will be submissive and submissive. That word to me is a little submissive. To me sounds like I'm going to be giving up a lot of stuff, and I don't want to do that. I've been married for 43 years. I've never been a really submissive woman. I let my husband lead as much as he does. I mean, he's really in control of our household. So I mean, if there's something that we really don't need to do or we need to do, he really generally makes the final decision. But as far as a lot of other things, the cooking and cleaning and 100% of all the financial, I mean, we're pretty much 50-50 in that we share in our finances, we share in our daily routines in our home. So, but some of the women now are mentioning submissive as I'm going to cook, I'm going to clean, I'm going to have the babies, I'm going to, and you just give me an allowance. That's not me. I've never been that way. But it seems like many of the women that I have been observing and listening to are going back to that submissive type of relationship between the husband and wife. And a lot of the men are requiring that type of relationship. So, what do you think? Um, that's just my opinion, but I just like to hear what you think. Just leave it in the comments, and we'll discuss it maybe at a later date. So, I've been listening to a lot of music lately, and oh, let me have a cup of my coffee, a sip of my coffee. Take a sip of your coffee. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of music lately. I find it motivational, and I've called it motivational rap. Now, you may not think, you might not, what you're thinking may not be exactly what I'm about to say. I've been listening to Cardi B, Glorilla, Nicki Minaj, and other raps like that. I know a lot of them have vulgarity in it, explicit language, and things like that. But I'm in love with the beats. The beats are amazing, and they actually get me like cardio, and it makes me kind of like move. It gets in my bones, and it makes me kind of move. And it's actually gonna be my new cardio music to do my exercises. Not only that, is you have to listen to the words. Now I know there's a lot of craziness in the lyrics, but if you listen to them, there is some type of motivation in there. Um, it's almost empowering. You know, we're bad, bad. I don't say the word, but yes, I'm a bad, bad. I know it's crazy, but I've been listening to this music and it's just kind of like hit me that it's a little bit motivational and I can do my cardio on it. So just don't look at me differently. Just listen to maybe take one day and listen to one of the artists that I just mentioned. Maybe you don't want to listen to it, or maybe you just want to read the lyrics. I don't know because there's still a lot of vulgarity in there and a lot of explicit stuff. But anyway, that's my new thing is to kind of do listen to this music. I enjoy it. Next thing is that I think I'm evolving. My daughter said I'm talking different. I said, what? I don't know if that's, I wouldn't call it evolving, and I don't even think I'm talking different. Not really sure what she meant by it, but I'm more open to a lot more things. And I've always been an open person, but I find myself, not as open as I should be. I need to explore a little bit more. That's why I think I got travel on my mind this year is that I want to explore more cities and countries and people and just see what's out there in the world outside of me, my little speck in this huge, huge world. So, and that's what we are. We're like specks. We're specks, but we can make such big impacts. It's amazing. Um, but yeah, so I don't know if you call it evolving or whatever. I am trying to learn new words because I am doing my podcast now. So I want to learn how to articulate so that my audience can understand me and I don't sound crazy. So if my language sounds a little different, maybe that's why. So moving on. So have you ever thought about like yourself in the world, like your position in the world? I was recently thinking about that and I was like, you know what? I am such a small speck in this gigantic world. Just think, and in the entire like universe, just think of yourself. You're just a small speck, but we make such big differences in the world when we make actions. And Martin Luther King's Day is that day to start action, start something, do something for this world. Even though you're that little speck in the world, you could do so many big things. Just think about it, pray on it. There's something in this world that you can do that'll make a difference, even if it's to one person. I just wanted to say that. The weather here in Florida is super cold today. It's, I think, 36 degrees at this time. I'm up pretty early this morning, and I'm not used to this weather. I don't like the cold weather. I do like wearing like the winter like clothes. So I had got a chance to pull out my leather jacket this morning, and I just got this leather jacket. Got it from a thrift store. Got it for like $10. Don't There's no shame in my game. So I got to wear my jackets out because it is cold outside. And I think since I moved to Florida, my blood has gotten thinner because it's like freezing when it's like 60 degrees outside. So normally, when I used to live in New York, that was like wonderful weather. It was fine. Now it's like 60 degrees feels like 30 degrees to me right now. And my daughter came down this weekend and she like the froze to death. I mean, she really couldn't take this cold weather. But anyway, it won't last long because we don't have weather that lasts that long with cold weather here in Florida. It maybe 10 days, if that. And then we're going to be moving on to some warmer weather. So before you know it, it's going to be summertime beach weather again. And we're out there in our bathing suits and our thongs. Not me. I'm not wearing the thong, but you know, hey, get this body in shape. I might one day. So what's going on? What's going on in the news? Same old. Greenland, Venezuela, Minnesota, ice. Yeah, just same craziness that's going on every day. So you can even watch the news maybe once a week and you'll be good to go. You'll be caught up because the same thing is happening that happened last week. Every day is a breaking story, and the breaking story is about Trump. So, nonsense. That's how I feel about it. That's just my opinion. Everybody's not feeling the same way, but I feel like this man is out of control, out of his mind. Um, hmm, I just, I just don't know what's going on. But I do know that we are not promised the next moment, so we've got to live every single moment like it's our last. So let's just enjoy it. Let's enjoy this season. We're in the winter season, and it's a season of just refreshness, renewal, lots of great things happening in this season. We got to make these things happen. I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do a lot of traveling this year. Next trip is going to be to New York, so I'm looking forward to that. Let me know what your next trip is going to be. Even if it's going to be, to the next city over, it's your trip. Just make it your trip. Even if it's a staycation, it's your trip and it's your vacation. Make it as wonderful as you want it to be because it's you and you should be enjoying yourself. You really should be enjoying yourself. Life is too short, guys. It really is. No moping around anymore. We're in 2026. We are being successful as a people. Um, you know, People are making more money than they've made in many years. We've got all the entrepreneurs out here. The families are doing well. Those that aren't, we're praying for them to pull them up and strengthen them, Lord, because prayer works. We just want our families and our friends in this world to just be a better place. And I see it. I see the young people doing wonderful things. And owning their own businesses and the corporations that they're in. They're just climbing the ladder like crazy, and I'm proud. I'm a proud uh, mother, proud person in society, grandmother. I'm a proud person uh, of all the success that's happening in this world right now, especially with our young people. They show a lot of negativity with young people on TV, but I see personally and up close the beauty and the success of so many young people. So they're more than less. So I've hit on a lot of subjects today. I just hope that you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on and on and on. So funny story. So as I said, I went to a bonfire this weekend, and my daughter's friend had hooked up the area so beautifully. But prior to me going to this bonfire, my daughter had invited me. Her friend had invited her, and she invited me. So she said, "Mom, yeah, we're going to a bonfire on Saturday." I said, "Oh, that's exciting. Okay, I'm getting ready. I'm talking about it. I'm telling my husband about it. I'm actually telling other people about it. I'm going to a bonfire. I've never been to a bonfire." Now, I remember bonfires as a young person when they used to have bonfires that they were huge. At least that was my imagination of them. They were huge fires. You know, they put this wood up and they set it on fire, and then everybody's around it and they're just talking. And it's just this big fire burning, and you're keeping warm because it's cold outside. So I tell my husband that I'm going to the bonfire at my daughter's friend's house, and he's like, "They have room for that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think they have a pretty big space in their back." And so he was like, "Oh, okay." So my daughter arrives Friday, and she's like, we're talking about the bonfire and everything, and she's like, "Mom, I'm not sure, but I think your expectations for this is a little higher than what it is." And I was like, "What do you mean?" "Well, it's just gonna be me, you, and blah blah blah, and it's just gonna be like a little pit with a fire, some wood in it." And I was like, "Oh." Now, I was a little like, oh, a little disappointed, but once I got there and we got into the whole thing, it was amazing, amazing, amazing. And you'll see pictures at the end of my show because this was a beautiful setup that my daughter's friend set up in her yard with the fire pit. So she should have said fire pit, not bonfire. So, but that's my funny for the week. I hope you guys enjoy your week. This has been just an amazing start to the year. I hope it continues. I hope it continues for everyone, that everything goes well. Stay positive, stay motivated, just stay encouraged, and just remember, live every moment like it's your last, because you're not promised the next one. Love you. Peace out. I'm Lady T. You're watching Life with Lady T.